Hey everybody, welcome to Mag Dump Airsoft. Today we're going to be disassembling the Elite Force Glock 17. This disassembly is not that difficult. Anybody should be able to do it. I mean, the first thing you're going to want to do is just drop the mag. You can't take it apart with it in. Pull the slide back one time to cock it. Press the button on the side and pull it forward and back, and then it'll slide right off. Here's the slide right here. It's pretty heavy, nice and sturdy. Just take the recoil spring out of the front, put it somewhere where it won't slide. Okay, yeah, there, no, okay. All right, now just pull the outer barrel and hop up assembly out. It's gonna be kind of stuck in there. Just wiggle it back and forth, up and down, and it'll pop right out. Yeah, come on, there. Okay. This is your outer barrel, and inside of it is the hop-up unit and the inner barrel. So just pull up and out on that, and it'll come out. You gotta wiggle it around a little. It's like stuck in there pretty good. Just up and down. Let me zoom in here for you. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So there's your inner barrel, your hop-up unit. You see it says hop right there, and then the little gear to adjust your hop-up. Set that so we won't lose it. Set your outer barrel down. You don't want to lose that. It's kind of important. Okay, now you're going to want to get like a medium-sized screwdriver. Take the only visible screw out on the upper of this thing. It'll be on the back side of it. Just unscrew that, and it'll pull right out. Here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, if you look, these pieces will actually come apart in half. Yeah, like that. Just set those sides. Do not lose that screw. That screw is very hard to replace. And then after you do that, the entire piston housing and assembly will just slide right out. And if you want to oil this, all you do is pull this little piston out a little bit and put it in there, then slide it back and forth like I'm doing here. And then that'll oil it pretty well. Shoot a little better. Keep it from stopping when you're in the middle of your firing. Okay, so now here's your upper, almost completely stripped, all except for this little piece on the side here. This piece, do not lose it. It'll drop out very easily. Just sit it somewhere where you will not lose it. And then the only things left are the front and back sight on this thing. After you take all those parts off, the back sight will literally just slide right off like that. Set that down, and then there's a little metal piece that'll just pop out. Yeah, right there. And then the front sight. This one's kind of tricky. You got to get a screwdriver in the front. There's a screw right there where I have it. Unscrew, but also you have to put one hand on the front sight so it'll unscrew. Otherwise, it'll just spin and spin and spin, and it'll never come out. Don't lose that screw either. That one is also very hard to replace. Very important. And then you see it'll just come right out of the top. There's like a little hole in there. Yeah. There's your completely stripped upper. Again, oil it if you want to. Clean it out, whatever you want to do with it. You can't really hurt this thing. This thing's invincible. Alright, so here's your lower. First thing we're going to do is take the screw out in the back to take the firing mechanism out. Just unscrew that one screw. Set that aside. That right there. Just keep it right there. And it's not going to come out. You have to take the pin out in the back of the handle right there. Just push that out with a screwdriver or Allen wrench, whatever you want to use. It should just slide out. Grab a pair of needle nose and grab it. Twist it around and just pull it on out. Yeah. Like that, and then just pull your firing thing out. It's going to be pretty difficult, and some pieces might fly out. Just pull it out. Yeah, come on thing. The trigger kind of gets in the way. There we go. Just set that aside. and then you'll see your slide release button will have flown out too. Yeah. Just set that aside. Now, you see right there, that's the trigger mechanism that goes directly to the trigger where I have my finger. And all you need to do for this is, you can't take this out yet, but you can right after you take this screw out right here. It's on like the inside of it. You just unscrew that. Don't lose that screw. It's very greasy. Do not do this on anything white or anything you don't want to get ruined. Keep those screws somewhere safe. Try and keep them organized. Put them like separate from each other so you don't get them mixed up. You want to remember which screws go where. Alright, and now you'll see this little piece right here, after some working on it, will slide out. You gotta pull on it, yeah. And you have to take this pin out right here. Should just push out a little, grab it with an Allen or needle nose pliers, twist it, and it'll pop right out. Yeah, okay. Set that down, and then there's another pin right above that, a little bit smaller. It'll be easier to get out. For this, you need to get like a screwdriver and a hammer and just tap it out. You'll see like I do here. I'll like, yeah. And it'll pop out. Grab some needle nose. Be gentle on it. You don't want to bust anything or bend any springs or pins. Once you've gotten that out, you can slide the trigger out right here. Yeah. That's the trigger housing that keeps the whole mechanism in. Then the trigger should just come right out. Tug on it a little bit, twist it around, and it'll slide right out of there. Yeah, like that. Then after you've done that, there's actually a little spring hook to it. Make sure you don't lose it. Yeah, it's kind of important, very important. You can actually buy 90% of these pieces on evikes.com. Just if you do lose one, just go on there and look for it. Okay. Make sure you keep all your stuff organized in here. Yeah, there we go. Alright. And that's just about it. That's your whole stripped lower.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay posted for the full reassembly of the Glock 17.